Hi there, it's Karen here. Welcome back, and once again we're going to be working in the Literary Ladies journal. I'm just going to basically carry on from where we left off last week, as I still have that all around me because I just finished it this morning, the last video. So I thought I've started doing that now, doing a couple of videos on the same journal back to back, because it just makes life simpler when I've just got everything out. To just carry on and make a second video. So I've still got all my snippet roll here, and last week we put this piece in with this little envelope with its little letter in it. In fact, I'm wondering whether to actually turn it the other way and just ink it a bit that side, just so you can see it a bit more inviting when you can see how the letter might look. So just going to pop that in there. That's it, like that. And I did finish most of the letters that I had. So I've now got 3 letters. Well, I'll just show them to you before I carry on, so you can see how they've ended up. So the only one I haven't done is this one. So you can see it just starts off as a plain piece of paper. These are all patterns from the Billet kit that were on these envelopes. I haven't put them on this paper, that's how they come. But I've got a little stamp ready to go on there, so I'll finish that off possibly later. But I ran out of time to finish them. But these, so I've got 3 that I've got a little pop-up. In fact, I could do, well, I quite like the pattern on this, so I don't think I'll add anything to it, but that one will just pop in there. Then I think this was the one we did on camera with a little letter inside. And then I did this one as well. And again, it just pops up with a letter inside. So those ones can go into pockets or tucks or something like that. And then I've got a few here where they have been opened at the top. So this one we did on camera. I think I showed you this one as well. So I'm just going to pull that little letter out. In fact, I think I need my tweezers to get hold of this one because it's quite well down. I think it had to be, it's got a little bit stuck. Maybe it got a bit glued somewhere along the line. Yes, I think it's glued itself into the pocket, which is a bit of a nuisance. So I'll have to play around with that off camera. I mean, if I tear the envelope a bit more, it doesn't really matter, does it? Then I did this one. It was a little plain. Had a little bit of decoration on it already, so I added a stamp and I did a little tiny bit of lacy trim at the bottom just to make it more interesting. And then this one, I thought, well, if you don't have the stamps, or anything to make a stamp with these, I didn't even know I had these little tiny postage stamp that was on here. I hadn't even realised that there was one until I looked at it. So I just cut out a little piece of paper with my tackle edge scissors, put a little label on, which I stamped with the script stamp, and that's another one. So they're all a bit different. And I really like them, so I shall use those to decorate any potential snippets along the edges. So I love this one. So I think I'd like to just do a couple of others. So I was going to do the other piece of music paper, just because it has a bare bit and it just feels like it needs a little bit more interest going on. So I'm going to cut that piece there. Whoops. So I'm just going to cut that right there. Oops. It's got quite thick now. Still got plenty left, that's good. I'll put that piece there. Then let's see what we can put on here. So we've got this envelope here. I'm thinking that would be quite a good pocket. You could stick another piece of, I've got lots of envelopes in the kit. If I put another one over the top, if it covered it, that would make quite a good little belly band, wouldn't it? So I'm wondering about this one because it's got the pink and it might look quite nice there. Or this one. No, I do like the pink one, I have to say. So if I put that pink one there, let's use some of this pink. Let's go pink on this one because it's a pink page. And we'll cut up a couple of these little pieces of trim, if I can, because they're quite thick. I'll put one up there. Maybe one there. What else have we got? We've got this little pink crocheted flower, which I think is really sweet. I got that at my retreat. One of the ladies, I think it was upside down, one of the ladies had brought them along as free gifts, so we all helped ourselves, and that was lovely. So I'm wondering if I can just get a little tiny pearl in the middle there as a flower centre. I've got these little pearls. I wonder if that would go in there. And then we'll stick all these little pieces on. And then I think I've got a piece of blue straw paper. Right, love that one. I do like how these are turning out. Pretty much doing what I was wanting them to do. So there we are. So there's that one. And let's move on. So I hope you're all well. And yeah, we're almost into, well, we are coming into autumn now, aren't we? By the time you see this, I'm already thinking autumn because I have started my autumn project, as you may have seen earlier in the week. So I was going to do this one, wasn't I? I think. Was it this one? Yes. Yes, I think so. Yes, so my autumn project, that's going to be interesting. So I'm just thinking I could do that end or I could do this end, which has got a bit more blue in it. I just feel I might need a bit more lace on this piece. Have I got a piece that would work? Is that long enough? No. I think I need to, I don't think I want the blue on here. Blue on blue? No. No, I think I just need a little bit, because this isn't as wide as I could do with it being. So if I were to put a bit of lace across there and then this down the middle, yes, I think that would be, to my mind, that's what it needs. Let me just find a piece of lace. Right, I've grabbed a couple of options. Got this one, which is the last piece I have of this. which is really pretty. Maybe that's the thing to do, use this piece up. Would that, because then that would stick out a little bit at the side. I'd have to trim this one, which would be a bit of a shame, but I don't think I'd lose much if I did that, and then yeah, have it sticking out at the side would be quite nice. So I could do that. How far out would I want to stick it? I know I've got my thumb notch here, but I'll be cutting around. So then if I had my bit of this, so overdoing it, maybe that's too much. Let's see what else have I got. Got this one. Oh, actually, I think I've got a little pin cushion here. I'll just put it in there, then I can grab it again when I want it. What about this piece? Yes, because then I could have that little scallop where that thumb notch is. Moved it up a bit. No, that's not going to work because then it goes over the thumb notch, so it'd have to be there. That would work, and then have this little bit sticking out. Whoops. Oh. Let's just cut this piece to the right length anyway. And then just try out. And I have this piece left. See what I do with that. So I'm just wondering, is this too much? If I were to do it there on the edge, it may be that actually all I need is a little bit, just come picking out that side. Maybe that's all I need. What have I got? Got this, which I really like. Oh, I've got some of those ones that I got from Rachel and Bella over here. Nearly forget about those. On those little, what did I do with them? There they are. Okay, so I've got this one, or maybe just this little piece sticking out would be enough. A little scallop. Just felt it needed something just to finish off the tuck spot, and I've got, again, because it's scallop, I can go over that, make sure the scallop goes where that thumb notch is, and then if I put that there, I think that would be okay there. Maybe I need just a little bit sticking out the side. Ooh. Now I'm wondering whether to have this little bit, this little trim on this side. Oh, I do quite like that. Bit of lace on that side, and then this just going down the middle. Yeah, okay, we're doing that. I'm doing it. I'm going to use the glue stick. I better stick a piece of paper under. Oops. Under here. Kind of like that. Then I can do my glue stick along here. This is not a journal to hold back on the lace. Just saying. Right, now I want to make sure I've got my scallop, a little scallop bit where the thumb notch is. So that's going to have to dry because I've gone a bit mad with the glue. Right, so that's going there. And then under here we're going to have a little bead of glue along the edge. Hope I've got that straight. Oh well, I think it's okay. Just a little bead right on that edge. And I'm just going to do that. Just wanted that, just that tiny little bit of trim, just little tiny bit sticking off that edge, poking off. What am I doing? I'm not even saying words that go together. Right, I think that works. Okay. Right, and where's my thingy? My thingy. Technical term, thingy. And then I'm going to put that down there. Oh, I like that. We haven't finished with it. I'm going to add some more embellishment, I think. Right, that's going to go right there, down the middle. Okay. Yes, like that. What are we going to put on here? I've got this little pack of fabric butterflies. I got one out, because yes, I have. Because I have taken they come with these really big pearls in their centres, and I've managed to get the pearls off on some of them. So put that on there, and we'll have another little envelope. Not that one. I need one that's open with the little letter poking its head out. Like that. Okay. And what can I use on here? Put another one of those little crochet flowers. Goes rather well. And maybe oops, these little flowers there. One there. And of course we'll need a little pearl in the middle of our flower. I feel like it's not enough colour. I'll take these two off. Maybe put these two on instead. Not those scissors. Okay, let's get the back off this. Okay. Leave that to dry. It's got a bit more glue on it than I intended. Right, let's put this on. Alright, so I've got that bit of decoration on there, and we've still got a little tuck there, so yeah. Oh, I haven't put this on. Oops, I forgot my little flower, little crochet flower. Let's put that on as well. Alright. Whoop. I think I need to leave this open to dry for a bit, because that is very gluey, that little flower. So I thought I'd just move on to another piece that I'm going to put in at some point, but I thought I'd just finish off as well. I'm just going to put this up on the shelf there to dry. Get these bits of lace out the way. So I had, as you know, I have printed quite a lot of the kit, or some of the pages of the kit, onto some fabric. I also have this printable, what do they call it, printable canvas. So it's quite thick, it's kind of a little bit plasticky. And I printed one of the papers from the kit onto it, but it came out, this background has come out much brighter, more yellow than it looks on paper, than the paper ones look. If I've got one I can show you, I can compare it. I know I've got something around with the same design on it. Have I got it to hand? No, I haven't got it within reach, so I'm just picking at my glue at my fingers. Yeah, this background, it was just too bright, so I was going to use it as possibly as a page in the journal, and I just didn't really like it like that. But I had cut this piece off. I think I must have cut, I can't remember why I cut them down. I think I was going to use it for something, so I cut a piece off either end, and this is the middle really, the middle strip that was left over. So I thought, well, I might use it as a belly band and just decorate it up a bit. So I've got this piece of lace that I thought could go on here, because that just mutes down that bright yellow in the background. And then I've got this daisy trim. I thought I'd keep it fairly simple really, and just put this daisy trim down the middle, and I actually think that looks really pretty like that. So that's what I'm going to do with this, and then this is going to be a belly band, because I don't think I've actually got a belly band for this journal yet, so I thought I'd use this. What I don't yet know is what glue is going to work best on this canvas. I think I'm going to use the art glitter glue. I'm not sure that the glue stick would work very well holding down the lace. So I think I'm just going to put some little dabs of this around. So hopefully that should hold the lace. And it's not as heavy as the fabric glue, which I will use on the daisy trim. So I'm just going to put some dabs of this all around. Pop the lace on. Yeah, so you can still see the pattern behind. Still see how pretty it is, but it's not quite as bright. Okay, let's get the right side of this trim. I think that is quite difficult to tell which is the back and the front. I think this side is the front. So I'm just going to put dabs of this fabric glue on the middle of each flower. Right, there we are. Okay, so that's good to go. That's going to make a nice belly band. So we're getting there. So let's now just trying to decide, because everything's quite wet now, where I've done lots of gluing. I think what we need to do is just have a look at the pockets that we have, and there are some pockets that come with the Reg and Bella kit. I haven't printed off any pockets from the Medieval Mirage kit because I don't think I need them. Not even sure if I bought the part of the kit that has the pockets. So there's a whole bunch of journal cards and things that we'll look at later. But for the moment, I have forgotten I did leave this flapping open. Now I've figured out how to close these. I might put a little closure on here now. Let's do that next. So I did have some bits still floating around from earlier. Yes, I do. I have this piece. It's a bit big. I can cut it down, but I think that would go across there. Put a little spot in the middle, like one of these little enamel dots. Put one of those in the middle, and I think that one will be good to go. So I'm just going to trim that down a bit more. Just do the corners. Just looks so much better when the corners are softer. Actually, is this a little long? How long do I need it? Maybe I'll shorten it a little. And then do the corners. And just ink around that. Still got a few of the enamel dots floating around. I did put most of them away, but I think I kept a few. Whether they'll be the right colours is another matter. I may have to go and fish them out again. So, when I made this, I really wasn't sure how best to put a closure on these pockets because they're so shiny. But I think this works quite well. Just hold that in place for a moment. And then I need to see what I've done with those little enamel dots and see if I've got the right colours. Probably not. I think I've only got this pack. Ooh, that one would go because it would go very well with the colours on the background. I've got the grey, sort of a bluey grey, or this green. Ooh, tough choice. I think I'll go for the... Let's put this pin back in my pot before that dries up, as it so often does. Okay, so I'll just get my tweezers. Yes, they're just there. I'm just having so much fun with this kit. It's such a contrast to everything else I'm doing, and that's what I love. I love doing things that are a bit different. Okay, let's get this little enamel dot. And I'll put just a little dot of glue, I think, just to be on the safe side, make sure it holds. There we are. Good. So that pocket's finished off. I was looking at the pockets, wasn't I? So let's do that. See what pockets we've got. We've got 2 signatures that need filling. And loads of pockets. So let's just get them all out and have a look, see what we've got. I feel like I've been making pockets for days. Weeks. Nope. I've got loads of things to go in the pockets as well. What's that? Okay, that one. This one. Is that pocket? No. Oh, I know where that will go. That will go in the belly band. I think. Oh, that will go in multiple things, really. Any more pockets? Pockets. Well, I've got a load of envelopes. Some of them are a bit small. So I've just pulled out a whole bunch of things. Pockets that we've made, some pockets from the kit, some little envelopes, which could be pockets. And these are pockets from the Rach and Bella Crafts Billet Doux kit. These are the ones. So these have been cut out and they've got the gussets. And these are the ones I thought I might add. So this one, the writing's vertical. So I could put something like this on here. This is one of those clusters that I had. I rather like that on there, I think. So I might just do that anyway. But I'm not going to decorate all of those in advance because I don't know which ones I'm going to use and what will work. But I do really like that one on there. So that's just going to go on there just because I like it. And then we need to try and get some of these in the journal, I think, today. No, time is marching on. Where are we? Yep. I'll have it sticking out the side just a little bit. Really need to refill this, it's getting quite low. But it doesn't hold very much, which is why I seem to go through it really fast. Right, so that one, I really like this cluster. I really wanted to use it, and I think it goes really well on there. So that's that. I've got a bit of script down there, and I think that just looks lovely. So that's a pocket done, and we have oozage coming out the side. Okay, so let's have a look. I'm just going to keep these by, and these, and all these little envelopes, and let's just have a little look through and see if we can just find some homes for some of these pockets. I think some of the ones I've made I need to split between the two journals. Now this one's already loaded, so that's really handy. So I've got this one, that's a big one, that one, this one, and that one can go on here. And I've got this odd one here. And I've got my belly band. So that's 4 for each signature, plus multitudes of bits that come with the kit. So let's see how that goes. And of course we do have some built-in tuck spots and things. I'm just wondering how gluey it is. Let me just try and get hold of it. Okay, I think I might, whoops, before it sticks to itself, I might just put something in here. It's a bit of craft mat, it's a bit big, but it'll stop this page gluing to the other page. Let's hope none of the other bits are glued to anything. Alright, so let's have a look. So we have a pocket here already. And let's see where we can put another one. I'm wondering whether one could go here. Could we? Right, where are they? What have I done with them? Here they are. So I'm just starting with these ones. These are the ones I've made. I'll try and find homes for them. Heavy now, that one. So this one could go there. I quite like it there. It's got this tuck here, and we've got an old, rather scruffy, screwed up letter tucked in there. But we've put something else behind there. So that, just hoping that this is a strong enough piece of paper. It feels quite thick. So that could go there. Got this pocket here. Pocket here. I may want to put something down the edge. I'm not sure that needs anything extra on it. Right, so I'm thinking, so this is I think I might not put that on one that's got this fancy edge. So I'm thinking I could put that there. Let's get out our paper clips. Do my usual. Although, having said that, really and truly something should go behind here, shouldn't it? If I put it on the edge there, not sure. Not sure about that one, on that spot. Or that. Maybe this one could go here. We'll try that. Put that there. Then we've gone past the middle. There's the middle. I may want something on here. Maybe a couple of corner pockets. I do have some corner pockets, but they both face the same way, which is a bit strange. So I might have to make something there. I'm wondering, we've got our cluster here, so it's not going to work on there. It's finding a page to put this on that hasn't got something on the edge of it already. Oh, this one might work. One of these two. Which one? This one? I think maybe this one. It's got to go more like that. How far in does it go? Should it go all the way in? I think it's meant to go all the way in, but it's just struggling a little bit. Just going to check that it's not catching. But I do like that on there, so I'll figure that out. Need to get that on there. So that's that one. Got. Oh, I was thinking I might put something here if one of the envelopes would fit, so it would make quite a nice pocket. I know it looks lovely as it is, but what if I put that one? That would go really well on there. That would make a little belly band, sideways belly band. Okay, that's going to go there. That's sorted. And where did that other one go? This one I was thinking of putting here. And I really don't think I should want to put anything else behind it because it's pretty full. It's pretty loaded up. Could put that there. And then we were going to have, there was another one, wasn't there? So I was going to think of putting that one there. Is that overloading it too much? I don't think so. I like it there. Alright, let's do it. Let's put these on. Bottom. Just checking it was filming. I have these moments of doubt. Oop. Okay. Get that to glue down. Where's my dry wipe? Nope, that's a wet one. Oh, I've still got to find a home for this lady, haven't I? Yes, I have. Feels good to be starting to get some things in the journal. We've done a lot of decorating. And it seems, it just seems to take a long time to get to the point where we're actually putting things in. But I think I'm going to put that one there. Is that very close to the other one? No, not too bad, not too close. Okay, so that's going to go there, I think. There's a lot of bulkiness behind it, but I think it'll be okay. So just going to put this. Try not to go too near the edge, otherwise it'll ooze, and then the things that are in there will stick to it. Maybe I should take them out. Certainly take this one out, I think, just for the moment. So this one has got this envelope tucked in there, this little piece tucked in here, journal card, and a little letter in here, in this little pocket. So you can make these different sizes. I quite like this little one. And now I can pop this card in that I made. That can just go in behind there. There we are. I really like that one. So on the other side we haven't quite decided where this one's going to go, because it needs to have something coming in from this side of it really, but not there because we've got this pocket here, I think. No, too close. I wonder if I can, no, I don't want it on there. I was going to put that one up here, wasn't I? Yes. Doesn't look right on there. I've got that one on there. Struggling a bit to find somewhere for it. Could put it right at the back. Put it there. This is a pocket. I think that looks okay there actually. I quite like it there. It's just a bit close to this one. Where's the other end of that piece? Oh, it's the other side of the journal, isn't it? And I'm just wondering, I do quite like that on that side. I know it shouldn't really be on that side, but I think you can tuck something in here if I put it over to this side. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do, because it needs to be away from the other pocket. So I'm going to put that one here. And actually I think it looks better on here too. I like this letter behind it. So it's going to have glue along the bottom, down the side. Could tuck one of the actual letters that come in the kit. I've got a whole bunch of them. Could tuck that behind here. That would look quite good too. We'll see. When we come to filling the pockets, we'll see what we use. Okay. So I just need to add this on here, but I'm conscious that I'm, as usual, running out of time. I'm going to see if I can get this pocket in. I don't think it matters if it's not completely in, because it gives you something to grab. So, yeah. I'm not quite sure how these are meant to glue in, to be honest. I don't know if it's meant to be a clip-in. I'm just going to try putting a bit of glue along the bottom. I'm sure I made this as part of Roxy's weekly challenge, but she didn't really say how these were meant to be attached, because you've got to put the glue on both sides at the same time, otherwise you can't get the glue on the second side, can you? So I think I'll just have to try and see if I can do it without it sticking to the other side. I think this could be the last thing I manage today. Bit of a challenge. Glue on going up the side. How far does it need to go? About there, I think. I don't know how far along. bit further than that. Okay, we'll try and just try and slide it on. Let's see how we get on. Just open him up. Come on, don't stick until you're meant to, please. Okay, so it's a little bit below the level of the paper and a little bit sticking out, but as long as it stays there, I don't mind too much. So I think I really like it there. Let's just hope it holds. Okay. That's fine. This one I will decorate next week, probably use a piece of the snippet roll. Haven't quite got to that point yet. Yeah, so I think that's all the pockets. The only one I haven't really dealt with yet is this one, but this requires a little bit of work, so I don't think I've got time to do that today. I feel like this video has gone really, really quick. But we'll just keep working on it. I've got to keep an eye a bit on the time because we're going out this evening. We're going to go and see a band. And we've got to get ourselves ready and we're going for a meal first, so that should be nice. So, yeah, that's going to go there. I'm going to leave that there. Just pop that in there. And then next week we'll come back, carry on adding pockets, working on some of these pockets that come with the kit, I think. So I'll be probably adding some more of my snippets and maybe doing some other decorating just to finish these off. Some of them are vertical, that's not vertical, horizontal. Some of them go that way. It looks, depending on where the script goes, because that one looks like goes that way as well. So yeah, I should probably just split them between the two signatures. I think I've done enough for today. My brain is deciding to stop working. So I've just pulled that out and I'm thinking, have I done that too soon? Is it dry? Let me just check. Yeah, that feels dry now. I really like how the snippet rolls are looking on some of these paper pieces. I may still add a bit of it to the other one just because I like it. I'm not sure. Maybe not a whole piece because I've got this here. Maybe I'll just do a little bit along there. Not sure. Somewhere in the middle or maybe at the bottom. Don't know yet. We'll sort that out next week. So thank you for joining me. I'm in a terrible mess, but I have had lots of fun. I'm going to have to find a home for my belly band as well, aren't I? Oh, I haven't done the second signatures pockets anyway yet, so yeah, we'll do all that next week. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you're enjoying this journal as much as I am. And I will see you again soon. Bye for now.